Hi, this is Aaron with Traveling Flamingo, and today we're going to talk about Margaritaville at sea. This is a specialty restaurant on board a lot of Norwegian cruise ships, and it's also on the private island of Harvest Caye. So this is a Jimmy Buffett inspired themed restaurant. The theme is Caribbean. They've got a lot of sort of tropical drinks, island inspired menus, and it is, as I said, a specialty dining restaurant on various Norwegian cruise ships. So we're going to tell you more about all of that coming right up. So Margaritaville has a very island atmosphere. It is on Norwegian Cruise Lines cruise ships. It's aboard the Norwegian Bliss, the Norwegian Breakaway, the Norwegian Escape, the Getaway, the Star, and on Harvest Caye. And we did go on the one on the Norwegian Breakaway, and we also ate on the island of Harvest Caye. On Harvest Caye, it's called Landsharks, but it's all the same restaurant group. And this fits in very well on your Caribbean cruise. It's, as I said, very tropically inspired. The theming is really good. The theming is a lot of fun, and they've got, it's not quite as well themed as you might have on land. If you've ever been to one of the restaurants on land, they typically have a bit more sort of theming involved, but it does feel very tropical and very island. It's usually in a very open place on the cruise ship, which is very nice, usually right there near some of the pools, and very, very enjoyable atmosphere altogether. So Margaritaville is located on deck 16 on the Norwegian Breakaway, and it's at the back of the ship. There isn't really any sort of patio-esque seating. You are kind of in an enclosed area, but you do have windows, and there's sort of open, it's a little bit of open window, so you're able to get some breeze in and so forth. And it's a pretty good location, pretty central. The pools are just a bit forward from there, so you can go with your bathing suit. It is a sit-down restaurant, but it's a pretty good alternative to the buffet if you're looking for something a little bit different. So it's kind of nice that you kind of have these two options on deck 16. It is also located on the island of Harvest Caye, right by the freshwater pool, and it's a pretty central element to the freshwater pool. So, that's nice. They've got a indoor seating on the bottom floor if it's really hot, and then upstairs there's a second floor, which is find your own seat, and it's kind of open air kind of place up there, which is kind of nice. They do have sort of a thatched roof or a roof above you, but there's no windows and so forth. It's just open to the air, which is a nice breeze and a nice sort of experience up there. It's a bit more of a bar up there, but you can order food. So the menu itself is pretty good. The good selection of tropical drinks. They have a good amount of sort of fish types of food. Sometimes these types of restaurants, they don't really have fish. They also have a good mix of surf and turf. So if you aren't somebody that loves seafood, they do have stuff like chicken, etc., etc. Overall, it's not a very huge menu. It's kind of what you would expect from a pub, if you will. However, it's more sort of tropical inspired. The flavors are slightly more Caribbean, slightly more island, and that's kind of nice. Don't expect this to be fancy. Don't expect this to be anything but sort of your typical type of food pub. Very much like what you get at Ocean's. However, it's got a little bit more of a Caribbean and island inspired flair to it. The decor is a little bit more island-esque, but you're going to get your turkey club, or you're going to get your chicken sandwich, or you're going to get, a fish sandwich, etc., etc. So on the ship itself, we had the volcano nachos. Those volcano nachos are tortilla chips, queso, chili con carne, pico de gallo, and it's topped with guacamole and sour cream and jalapenos. That was very good. Very, very standard nacho plate. It was all mixed in pretty well, and it was a pretty big size, so that was nice. We got the hot pretzels, which are homemade Bavarian style pretzels with queso and mustard, and this was very good. Pretty fresh. I wouldn't say they're baked on the ship. They might be, but they didn't seem that way. And we also got a grilled chicken sandwich. This is a grilled chicken breast with Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, Dijonnaise, lettuce, and tomato with fries. Again, very good, very solid. The chicken was cooked really well. Flavors were what you'd expect. And for dessert, we got a key lime pie. And this is Margaritaville's famous key lime pie with whipped cream and lime zest. And again, very good flavors, sweet but tart. We'd definitely get it again. To drink, I got the Landsharks lager, and Linda just had water. Now, we also went to Landsharks, which is on Harvest Caye, and when we were there, we got a Virgin Islands strawberry daiquiri. And that was $4.95. And we got a roasted turkey club, and that's $12.99. And that included a triple decker club with roast turkey, Swiss cheese, bacon, lettuce, tomato, and signature mayo. And this was good. This was, sometimes you get good clubs, sometimes you get bad clubs. This was good. It was fresh, seemed like fresh turkey, well made, good flavors. Again, similar pub food. It was good. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't the world's greatest, but it was good. It was solid. So how was the cost? How was the value? Did we feel as though we got what we paid for? Well, on this ship, it's unlimited food for $7. So each person pays a $7 US cover, and you can eat as much as you want. And that's a pretty good deal. That said, it is somewhat similar to something like Oceans, where you're able to order, Irish-inspired food, and you don't have to pay for it. So, if you feel like something a bit different, this is a good option. It was very much like Oceans. On Harvest Caye, the prices were reasonable. Again, you did pay for your meal here. So the restaurant, decent prices. It was about $12 for the club, as I said, $5 for the Virgin Daiquiri. Beer was $6 US, and mixed drinks were $12. So kind of what you'd expect for a restaurant on land. Not the cheapest you're going to find in Mexico by any stretch of the imagination, but on a private island, that's not too bad. Compared to other restaurants, it's pretty par for the course. So to sum it all up, overall, we enjoyed the food. It was good. We would definitely go back. $7 for whatever you want to order was very nice. It was a good difference from the standard buffet. I said this before, but it's similar to Oceans. However, it's got a bit of a different twist. Is that worth the $7? It's kind of up to you, but the food was good. On the island, again, prices were comparable. We didn't feel as though we were necessarily getting ripped off, and the food was decent. So, we would definitely go back to Landsharks on the private island. If you're in Cozumel or other areas here, I wouldn't necessarily recommend going to a Landsharks or Jimmy Buffets on land. You can probably get drinks and what have you at local restaurants a lot cheaper. But on the cruise ship, it was good. And on Harvest Caye, where you have limited options for food, it was also very good. There are some vendors and so forth on Harvest Caye. If you're interested in more information on Harvest Caye, we do have a video with that, and we will put it in the description, and there should be a card on the screen. So there you have it. That is what we thought of Margaritaville at Sea, the Jimmy Buffets restaurant, and the one on Harvest Caye. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you've seen a few of ours, like what we're doing, please feel free to subscribe. If you like this place, didn't like this place, think we're right, think we're wrong, go ahead and let us know in the comments, and happy travels.